Meghan Markle has just been dumped again, fresh off the Jordanian humiliation, where her own husband rejected her multiple times. She is now faced with a growing business catastrophe. This in regards to her failing Netflix deal. I mean, remember, this is a woman who has promised Harry, I'm going to be the billionaire. I'm going to make us all this money. I mean, no wonder he's furious with her, because now she's demanding to Netflix that she becomes the director of her new dramatic projects. And they're saying, hang on a moment, no. Everything you touch turns to crap. So this was first revealed overnight by Page 6 in the New York Post, which says, fresh blow for Harry and Meghan as it's revealed their movie projects are in limbo. And the Royal News Network's take on this was not surprised. Harry and Meghan remain wildly unfocused and lack any semblance of creative talent or instincts. This Hollywood venture was always doomed to fail, just like every other Sussex project.
And Hollywood mogul demands creative control she has not earned. Total career meltdown. Meghan Markle is reportedly in crisis mode after Netflix flat out rejected her demand to direct her own projects, and the fallout is spectacular. Her business ventures are tanking, her online shop is drowning in unsold inventory, and insiders are whispering that her reputation in Hollywood is so toxic that her name alone kills deals. Stick around, because this is the unraveling of a carefully crafted brand, and it is happening in real time. Before we break down Meghan's spectacular failures, quick favor. If you are here for the unfiltered truth about royal business disasters, smash that subscribe button. Over 90% of viewers have not subscribed yet. It is free, takes 1 second, and keeps you locked in to every development. Thanks if you did. Now back to Meghan's Netflix nightmare.
But first, let me take you through this reporting from Sarah Nathan, who is the editor-at-large for the New York Post. She writes, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's remaining Netflix projects appear to be stuck in limbo, leaving their first look deal with the streamer up in the air. That is according to sources. Back in August 2023, the Sussexes announced their media company Archewell Productions would produce a movie based on Carly Fortune's hit book Meet Me at the Lake. Netflix paid around $3 million for the rights to the novel. But nearly 3 years later, we're told the project is still classed as in development, but it hasn't got very far, lacking both a director and a cast, leaving Hollywood insiders baffled. 3 years in development for a movie like this at Netflix isn't good, a well-placed Hollywood source the Sussexes offered Netflix their new documentary Cookie Queens, which recently debuted at the Sundance Film Festival. However, as I first reported, the film about Girl Scout cookies has not yet been bought by a distributor or streamer. In other words, Netflix rejected this.
Here's the situation. Meghan wants to direct. Netflix wants nothing to do with that idea. According to industry insiders, her projects are stuck in limbo because she is demanding creative control that her track record simply does not justify. Netflix looked at her past performance, looked at her demand to sit in the director's chair, and said, absolutely not. And can you blame them? The couple's media company, Archer Productions, has been an absolute disaster. They've been trying to develop a movie based on Carly Fortune's book for 3 years. 3 years! Still no director, still no cast, still no progress. That is not development, that is purgatory. But wait, it gets worse.
The source added, I don't know how long this new deal is for, but if they don't have anything to show soon, I can't imagine it will be renewed. That's just the first look deal, not even an exclusive deal. Sources close to Archewell, so this is the Harry and Meghan pushback, told us several scripted and unscripted titles are in various phases of development with the streamer and are moving through the normal creative process. And here's the killer line. We're also told Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos gets on very well with the couple. So, effectively, that is why Meghan went with Ted Sarandos and his mixed-race wife to the Beyoncé concert. There is a personal connection here. He just doesn't want to humiliate her. But Paula Frolic revealed the real reason for this fallout with Netflix, and it is because Meghan wants to direct. Sources tell me Meghan wants to direct. starting with these projects.
Remember that documentary about Girl Scout cookies? Of course you do not, because nobody picked it up. No distributor wanted it. A documentary about one of America's most beloved childhood institutions, and Meghan somehow made it unwatchable. That takes a special kind of talent, and not the good kind. Meanwhile, Netflix is sitting there watching millions of dollars evaporate, while Meghan insists she knows better than the professionals who've been making content for decades.
But Netflix doesn't want that. She was a micromanager on everything to do with Love Meghan, and they don't want her anywhere near the projects except in name only. The only reason the company is keeping her around is if they decide to do a Princess Diana doc and to see if miracles do exist and she can somehow make money from her food product line as ever. But that's okay, because Meghan was going to focus her attention on short-form videos and her sad grab bag of goods featured on as ever. So P. Dina, this is absolutely hilarious, isn't it? The front of this woman, it's like everything you have executive produced has been a complete disaster, apart from the one series where you slagged off the royal family infinitum, and you're now demanding to direct? Like, how crazy, how insane is she? Will she never learn? We are on a mission to 700,000 subscribers. So I need you to do something for me right now. It is free. It is easy. It is simple. Just hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That's because over 50% of you watching this video haven't done that yet. And it is the best way to support Outspoken. We're totally independent, by the way. No big tech backing, no billionaires pulling the strings. And if you turn on the bell, you'll get alerted to all our new videos.
No, Meghan will never learn. And I believe part of the overarching issue that Meghan has is her reputation in Hollywood. Usually these things are shopped around, and you would normally be able to get someone attached to a project so that it could start getting some momentum and to get other people attached and to get the production rolling. But the problem that Meghan has is that her reputation is so soured in Hollywood that nobody wants to be aligned with her. And this is why they can't get anything going, because nobody wants to attach themselves to something that they know will be a failing project.
And let us talk about her online lifestyle brand as ever. The numbers are brutal. Traffic is below initial launch levels, which means the curiosity clicks have dried up and nobody is coming back. Worse, she is sitting on massive amounts of unsold stock. You know what that means: overproduction, poor market research, and a fundamental misunderstanding of who her audience actually is. Insiders are saying her reputation is actively hurting sales. People see her name attached and they scroll past. That is not just a business problem, that is a brand death spiral.
Everything that Meghan touches fails, and she has no value, no worth, she has no talent. And the fact that she wants to be the director is another red lightning point for people to just stay away. There's just no way people are going to attach their talent to someone that wants to have their ego involved into a project. You see, so Meghan's mere presence and wanting to be attached to it is what is keeping people away from this project. And this is why it will never get off the ground, because of Meghan's ego.
Here's the reality that Meghan refuses to accept. Hollywood does not owe her anything. She was a supporting actress on a cable TV show, not Meryl Streep. She married into royalty, quit, moved to California, and expected the entertainment industry to roll out the red carpet based on her title alone. But Hollywood does not work like that. You need talent, you need hustle, you need relationships, and you need results. Meghan has none of the above. What she has is ego, demands, and a trail of failed projects that make investors run in the opposite direction. Meanwhile, Prince William and Catherine are out here doing actual work, engaging with the public, representing the monarchy with dignity and grace. The contrast could not be sharper. While Meghan is fighting with Netflix over director credits she has not earned, William and Kate are attending Commonwealth Day services, connecting with communities, and showing what real royal duty looks like.
I know, because she is not capable of directing. Everyone would revolt very quickly. because of the way that she treats people. I mean, she would seriously not be able to do this. She doesn't have the talent to do this, but she also doesn't have the people skills to do this.
Yeah, she bullies people. She feels entitled. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't have the skill set. She has this aura of entitlement that people just don't like because people, you have to understand, people in Hollywood, they have paid their dues. Nobody generally gets to the head of the line unless they're a Nepo child, right? But the majority of people that are running these shows have paid their dues. And they just don't want to see someone like Meghan coming with her attachment to being married to some man as a reason to give her the opportunity to direct something. I mean, it's just so many things on top of this issue around Meghan that she'll never get a break in Hollywood, ever. And it's sad for Netflix, I think, because they just need to, get a grip and understand nothing good will ever come. And you can wait for this Diana maybe documentary, but William is already lawyered up. He's going to prevent that from ever even happening.
And speaking of Commonwealth Day, let's talk about the BBC dropping live coverage of the service for the first time since 1989. That decision reeks of anti-monarchy bias, and it's part of a broader pattern of media institutions trying to diminish the royal family's cultural importance. But back to Meghan, because this story is not over. The real question is what happens next. Netflix could pull the plug entirely, and frankly, they probably should. Harry is reportedly frustrated with the lack of progress, which means even he is starting to see through the delusion. Her shop is bleeding money, her Hollywood reputation is illegible, and her demand to direct, the hill she is apparently willing to die on, is the final nail in the coffin. So here we are, watching Meghan Markle's post-royal career implode in slow motion. Netflix said no, consumers said no, Hollywood said no, but Meghan keeps insisting she knows best, and that arrogance is costing her everything. From failed documentaries to unsold jam, from rejected director demands to plummeting website traffic, this is what happens when ego writes checks that talent cannot cash. If you're fascinated by this train wreck, hit subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.